Hey there, sexy souls. How are you all doing? Welcome to Weird and Woo Woo. We're gonna be doing a coffee and tarot today, pulling a message. When I started clearing off my desk and doing what I needed to do to prepare, I got this major crick in the muscle between my shoulder blade and my neck, and it's like it is got a sharp pain, and I've stretched and done all kinds of stuff. I promise you I was just walking around. I put stuff over on my bed, and then I was walking to the kitchen, and it just went like this. So there was a kink, and I've taken some Tylenol and things like that to try and get rid of it, but it is hurting. It's even, obviously a nerve is pinched along with it. So, but I've been up for hours and nothing. I was perfectly fine. It was just mid-walking, like something just, but it was also aligned with me trying to come on. So at first I thought, oh, something doesn't want a message to come through. And then the spirit gave me this, like, that's the feminine side. And the feminine side is associated with creation, your intuition, allowance, receptivity, all of that kind of stuff. And then I was like, oh, intuition. And so there's like this either something that might be trying to interfere with your intuitive guidance and intuitive downloads, your connection with your spiritual team. Because if we're going between not getting a message, so something may have been blocking your intuition and is also wanting you not to receive this message, at which point I have said a prayer to clear the pathway ahead for those that need to receive this, so that nothing can block you from receiving this. And then I got the Seal of Solomon, and the Seal of Solomon is a protective, it's a 6-pointed star, protective emblem, right? And some say that the pentagram is the 2D version of the Seal of Solomon. So like a lot of times, like the Seal of Solomon is hidden in the 2D version of the pentagram, because the pentagram is a 5-pointed star, but if you were to pick it up in 3D, on the other side would be the 6th point. So some say that as well. So there's a level of protection, and of course that's the reason why I think that maybe someone needs to do some work on whatever you feel drawn to protect your crown, your third eye, your connection, to do some clearing in regards to your intuition and your channel, because something definitely doesn't want you picking up on like a message shared between you and your spiritual team, your higher self, source, whatever you want to call it, okay? So we're just going to dig in. This is a coffee and tarot, so go ahead and grab, oh, this is the other thing. I was like, oh, you know, I was thinking about the whole coffee and tarot situation, and I was like, I was just thinking, like, should I be doing it a different day? All kinds of stuff, right? The thing about coffee and tarot is there's no parameters put on it. It's just whatever comes through, right? So it's not like time frames. It's not a particular subject. It's just let's settle in. And so you're encouraged to grab whatever cup you want. It doesn't have to be coffee. Coffee is my choice, let me tell you. But then, you know, I'm always like, hot. Like, okay, I almost said it. Like, I was thinking like lemon water and tea and whatever you want, and I heard hot toddy, which is a Scottish drink. It's like it's an adult beverage heated up. It's definitely, for me, I associate it more with like fall and getting into the cooler weather. And so I don't know, that might be for somebody. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and dig in. So yes, there's a kink, something happening within the feminine energy. 3 of Cups. I heard gloriousness. Y'all, I don't know where this is going. I'm pulling cards right now, okay? I want to break free. It's like, oh gosh, that's Queen. Want to break free. That's what I feel like the 3 of Cups is. Like ready to break free, ready to, and of course the 3 of Cups is always depicted by the Diva Triformis, the maiden, oh my gosh, Mother Crone energy, the triple feminine energy, whatever you want to call it, right? I feel like words are on the tip of my tongue and I can't grasp them, so I'm having to circumvent to be able to express something. And so I feel like that's what Spirit's having to do right now. It's like you can't get the message itself, and so Spirit's having to send it to you in maybe other ways, or is trying to circumvent that blockage to be able to get a message across to you. Because these are 3 women or 3 feminine energies that are celebrating, and you see how the Cups, which is full of intuition and magic and love and joy, is just pouring into them. It's like it's okay, so we're going to use some of these, and here you have the hands of the divine trying to do that, but there's a snake. Let me show you. There's a snake in the middle. And now, here's the thing. Snakes are actually for me, they're a good sign. And there's a snake over here and a snake over here. So everybody so this is about Kundalini. This is about life force energy flowing through you. So there's some connection between life force energy being stifled and that acting as a potential block. But see, like this thing that came up almost like it was like so suddenly. And so there may be times where you feel like you're so very connected and all of a sudden nothing, just nothing. And it's like at the most, I feel it's around something very specific that Spirit's trying to get across to you. I think it's in regards to a breakthrough, or you having a breakthrough in regards to your intuition, your connectedness, your spiritual downloads. There is a sense of being very on guard against something. Now, whenever I see, sometimes I say that there's like these energy things that often appear like these blobs to me. They're like, think, like the Sandman in that Guardians movie, right? It's a cartoon. It's a holiday movie, and it's like when the Sandman and the boogeyman kind of come together. Like the boogeyman turns the sand black, like a big black blob, and that's what it feels like. See how like this black blob is trying to get to the crown, how it's extending something there, and how someone is taking their wand and trying to, you're really trying to be very protective over something that is trying to influence your spiritual gifts, your connectedness, your intuition, okay? That's trying to block your intuition. And I think that because we've got these two things flanking this, I feel like it's in regards to a breakthrough. It's in regards to how to have a breakthrough. Okay. Today's a woo-woo day. There's the devil energy. Look at the restrictedness. So they're giving me like the magician works with their hands, right? Wields the energy with their hands. And then that is what is being, like, that is what is covered in this black muck. right? And so it's almost like the inability to make something happen, the inability to wield the energies, the inability to manifest something. So there's like a key piece of information stopping you, or something that tries to block you from this one thing that would make your ability to manifest I guess better. Like, the words keep being pulled from me. It's keeping you stuck in a loop, maybe a karmic loop, maybe a pattern, like a particular holding pattern, so that you can't break free. There we go. That's what I was thinking. And it's keeping you from your desire, your wish, your happiness. And opportunities, and your new cycle, your new life. There is a need to fight against this. And I think Spirit would like to tell you how to, one, fight against, because it's funny, this wand, it's lit up right here, which is like somebody trying to attack this, but it's also pointing towards the crown. So it's almost like they just keep, good Lord, it keeps playing the, I want to break free, that one little part of the Queen song. We're going to put this there. Let's whip out from a different deck. Okay, so we were on the right. Oh, like when oh, good God. It just, I can't turn. I can't nothing. It's I don't know, we're not ready to pull yet. But I do think that Spirit wants to tell you the way around. Like, there's like a, you know, like the cheat codes for like Mario type of games and stuff like that. Like, you can go online and there's little hidden somethings, these little back doors, these little secrets and stuff like that. I feel like Spirit is like wanting to give you the cheat code to get out of this and address this. Because it almost feels like right now, like you're literally expending your energy battling, trying to get guidance, trying to connect to that. And again, I feel like there's moments that you are connected with your intuition, but it's like some more of the insignificant times. But what you really need your intuition online for, it's not coming through. Although I feel like you feel like it is, but you can't quite grasp it. It kind of reminds me of and if you've been watching me here recently, I'll get cards that are just blank. It's just like a blank card. It's like a blank card, like a card will come out and there'll be no energy. The traditional meaning of it doesn't mean anything. It's almost as if it's like a joker, you know, like when you play with regular playing cards and somebody leaves a joker in, it's nothing. It holds no value in whatever game you're playing. And so like I've been having that recently where it's almost all the other cards will have something and there'll be like a blank card. And it's like, why is it even out? And the fact that I pulled the Ten of Swords, can you imagine? And so it's like, this is like, there's a key piece and something is actively working. Now, if we're going to go full on woo-woo, this could be everything from somebody intentionally targeting that on an energetic level. This could be just something energetically trying to stop you. This could be, you know, an entity of your own creation. Now, people can, with their own negative energy, when you've been in a place of negativity for a long time, you can feed and create your own attachment. And then when you detach from it, you are its source, or if you're trying, like whatever information may be coming through may cause you to detach completely from it. And then it doesn't have like this host to feed on. It'll have to seek it. And so it will fight against it. That's for people who are open to that message. We have strength with the Queen of Cups. Oh, it is so hard. It is hard. The Queen of Cups is a card of your intuition, of being connected to your spirituality, to the etheric. And the strength card is fighting against whatever that is. Okay. Your wish fulfillment and the moon. You can't figure it out. Something's in the dark about this. How to get to your Nine of Cups. How to get to this happiness. There's a particular thing that you're wanting, you're desiring, and you can't figure out how to get to it. Even though I feel like, you know, you should be connected with it. Like it's supposed to be available to you now. Ooh, there's 3. Oh, all of those just... Okay, the Hermit. This is coming across as divine guidance rather than like you're trying to really go within. You're trying to block out any interference. You're really trying to connect. Hermit is all about your intuition giving you one step at a time. Seeing things revealed in each moment. There's a crucial step that's missing. It's the tried and true. There's a puzzle piece missing that's pertinent to the other puzzle pieces making sense. You know what I'm saying? And falling in line and knowing where they go. Tell me about the Emperor and the World. Five of Cups, Two of Cups. Something has you focusing on the wrong thing. Something has you focusing on the wrong thing. And that's why this crucial piece hasn't come in. Now, the other thing is that I feel like for some of you, one of the things that is missing is actually a person. They are the crucial puzzle piece that makes other pieces fit. Like, I feel like you have downloads, information, understandings, knowings of what needs to happen, what could happen, what should happen, what might happen. And the missing piece to everything popping off is a person that is meant to come in, that gives you the access to this, that opens things up. Hence the World. We got the Hermit, you going it alone, trying to figure this out alone. And maybe somebody is, I don't think that's the message that spirit, that whatever this entity is trying to, maybe this entity is in, because it's going for the crown. Is it stopping the feminine connecting with the masculine? This could be internal. or external. Like there's a, because, you know, again, gender doesn't matter. It's about the energy that each one harnesses and the role that these two play together, right? Someone is meant to bring something in. So if you're in the feminine energy, you're not open to either someone coming in, or you don't know how to, there's something stopping the feminine from receiving this. So it's like something standing in between this individual coming in. And that might be the crucial piece of information, is, you know, something like a guidance that would lead you to coming across somebody's path. And it's being blocked. And that's what's holding you in place. So who, okay. Because the Hermit is doing everything you can to follow your own guidance, your own intuition, trying to take each step, really not letting external factors, like really having faith in yourself and following your intuition. I mean, the Hermit follows the star in the, sorry, my chair is making its debut today. It loves to squeak sometimes. And maybe we'll just use that as confirmation, right? Because it doesn't do it all the time. Good God, I'm not even moving. It's like, so, and we've had the World card come out twice. It's like everything you should be connected to like on the other side of this. So there may be a crucial guidance that Spirit is trying to give you that will allow this to come in, to happen. And it's just not. But you're focusing, they keep telling me you're focusing on the wrong thing. And I keep going, oh, so should they be focusing on love and, like, you know, finding this person? And that doesn't feel right either. It just feels like you're focusing on the wrong thing that will bring this together. And I'm like, okay. So it's not about focusing on the love or actively trying to seek out this person. There's something else that is like the key piece of information for all the other puzzle pieces to fall in. But this person very well may be a very key component. And it's something is stopping you from receiving this. Hence the kink in the feminine energy, the blockage. Okay, Spirit. So let's talk about that. Let's talk about, let's find a way to get this information, because we're going to power through this. Let's see. It hurts, guys. Like, I can move, but as soon as I try to turn my neck or I move my shoulder a little bit a certain way, like, it's irritating. It's a sharp, sharp stabbing pain. Like, it's meant to deter me from continuing or doing something. Something is interfering with you doing something. Maybe Spirit's trying to give you the workaround. Like, maybe you find actual 3D blockages and it's causing you to, you know what I mean? And so Spirit's trying to get to you to tell you a way around this 3D blockage. And it's like, then something is stopping that from coming in. If you felt like because the Three of Cups is that social, right, aspect, is that connecting with others and making new connections, and it's not even necessarily about a particular person. It's just that idea of networking and community and things like that. So if something is stopping you from actioning something where you're networking, making connections, building a community, that blockage in that will stop you from coming cross paths. And so Spirit's trying to give you a workaround, right? Because something 3D, it feels like, is stopping you, devil, stopping you from making those connections, making, and so the Ace of Pentacles, and Spirit's trying to give you, they wanted me to go ahead, Lord of Mercy. Yeah. Something is, so there's something in the networking, the connection, the receiving, the free flow of energy. What is, okay, give me just a moment. Let me ponder this for just a moment, because they're bringing back the whole life force energy. You very well may be getting physical symptoms or physical issues or anything else like that showing up that stops you from, let's get it real basic. Let's use low-hanging fruit. Like, you're supposed to be getting out in the community. You're supposed to be doing certain things, and there's very physical 3D things. Anything from, I don't feel good, or I get hurt, or I, you know, things that stop you from doing something. It could even be, I don't have the money to get out, right? Like, let's say you're invited to an event and it requires gas money, and you're like, well, you know, you'll be paid on Monday, but you don't have the money just yet. And so it's always like something like that, where it's like, it's innocuous is what they're saying. It's very kind of like, why does it always somehow seem to happen that I lack the funds when the opportunity arises to do something? I have the funds just after, just, you know, whatever, and then I'm okay. Like, I never really, so it's kind of like that. It's something very innocuous. That's what they're saying. I don't even know if that's, I'm using that correctly. And it's stopping this from becoming a reality, from it manifesting in your 3D. And you don't know, and for this one, they're just giving me the Two of Swords. It's kind of like being at a stalemate because of that. This thing cannot come in. And I will say, we'll call it at least a partnership or a connection, or it is a particular person, I feel, for whoever this is for. And so, whether it's love or not, this is like a contracted, fated encounter. That just, yeah, I'm not going to do that one. It did it again. Spirit's like, bitch, I said. And this encounter is supposed to, again, it is like, it is the aspect that connects you to the World card on all these other areas. We will get to the Star card. Star card is the guidance, I think, trying to come through to help you kind of circumvent these events that are happening, a way to do this, right? A way to move beyond any 3D obstructions and the, I just feel like the blockage, because again, something's really trying to stop. So Spirit is trying to, okay? But the idea is a return to self, a return to joy, whatever this is that is meant to come and present itself in your 3D is meant to take you out of anxiety and fear, and it brings about, it corrects a wrong, they just said. Because I was going to say, this says adjustment, but it corrects a wrong. Whatever that means. So let's talk about the Star card then. Let's get there, because this is the guidance too. We're going to try Hermetic Tarot, and then we'll pull some of the other ones. I literally have to, I can't turn my neck, guys. I can promise after this, I'm going to get something to, on the split we have Two of Cups and Ace. This is meant to come into fruition. Love, partnership, a connection. It's a soul contract, soul mate of some kind. Whether it is like divine counterparts or just like a very pertinent, important person. I be peeing. My peas are really potent right now. it's supposed to come into your reality. This is supposed to come into your reality. And Spirit is trying to give you the workaround. Spirit is aware of some of the obstructions that keep happening in your 3D that then stops you from, like, I feel like expanding out where you can potentially come across one another. And again, and then, of course, that's why your intuition's online except for this one topic. There's always something. There's always, like I said, like those one blank card. And it's weird because, you know, tarot cards have a meaning. But when I, over the last like 4 or 5 weeks, it's like I'll get a card and I'm like, even the meaning that's assigned to that card doesn't fit. I feel nothing. It feels like a void, like a dead card. That's what I keep calling it. And I'm like, okay. All right, we've got the Magician. We're clarifying the Star card. Let's try and make this happen, Spirit. Try to use me as the tool to give them the information. Those 4 of Cups, Knight of Wands, 3 of Swords. There needs to be a rapid... Again, between the Devil and the 3 of Swords, this is keeping you stuck in something. And it's almost, it is, and we had the cruelty, so there are elements of this that are a bit excruciating because it's almost like your thoughts, your inability to connect to the guidance, your inability to figure out where that next step is. Because I do feel like if you have something standing between you and it, then that means this is beyond, this isn't just like you have to wait and it'll come to you then. Like there literally is a blockage that keeps showing up. So let's say there's times where you do get out, but then the other person is blocked. Like something is standing between the two of you coming across each other's paths. And so 3 of Swords, 4 of Cups is kind of like you're waiting for that proverbial cup, that dissatisfied with things as is, knowing that what is the 3 cups that are in front of you are not it. 4th cup, proverbial cup coming from the sky. You're waiting for that. Again, the cup is the intuition. The Queen of Cups is waiting for that hit, that understanding, that knowing, that message. That takes you swiftly away from the 3 swords. Okay, yes, we don't need the backstory, Spirit. We need to know what the guidance is, though. I do feel like there's a saying, like a saying, that a saying might come through that might be pertinent. It is saying there's some kind of like, when this does happen, you must act quickly, without haste. Without, because the Knight of Wands has almost like, that he's impulsive means he lacks any inhibition about something. And so that's kind of like the energy that needs to be used. They keep using, it reminds me of Bridgerton, like without haste. Bridgerton might be important for somebody. Give me a moment. This is exactly what I'm talking about. The card is like, okay. I'm going to be looking at the images. We're going to find our way around this. I do feel like it is saying that there is going to, okay, there is going to, like, you may not have a lot of time to process it. Like, Spirit may have to bring it so quickly within purview for you. Sorry about that. It's so funny because that was, talk about distractions and stuff like that. My children both were up now, and there's just something about a high schooler and an elementary school student that you'd think that they wouldn't argue. They find ways and things to argue about. Anyways, the order of this just seems odd. And I'm going to pull the star. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Why does this feel like this and this feels like this? And this goes here. Okay, so the proverbial cup, the download is going to be the guidance. There is going to be some information coming through. We're going to leave the magician over here. You have to act fast to make the change, to bypass it, to get through it. But it's kind of like, because something's trying to stand in the way, from both sides, it feels like. It's kind of like, again, just an energy that's working against this, that it's like the idea of both having that brief moment. And then once it happens, so that's why you have to lack any inhibition when this comes in. You have to follow the download. Like, it's not even funny, okay? Like, you've got to do it, because there's just too many times and too many things that are trying to interfere, right? 3D and spiritually speaking. Otherwise, you're going to miss it. That's what the Three of Swords is. You're going to miss it. Like two ships passing, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, shoo, why is the Magician here? Why are we bringing that one back out? Okay, so they keep saying the onus is on you, meaning like it's on you to follow through with this. Like, it's really, really pertinent. Because they're bringing me back to the devil. Remember when I said like the black thing, like the hands are what wields the energies. Like with the Magician, it can make something happen. And then that's kind of what is being clouded your ability to do. I feel like it's like a blip, like a brief moment where things will align and something's not obstructed. It's almost like you may have a lot of blockages on your side. This is what I'm getting. You may have a lot of blockages on your side. And this person may not have as many, right? But it magically, whenever things are fine on your side, poof, they suddenly have something, right? And so it's like to align, it's like a key with the keyhole, right? To align those, because something keeps trying to block it. Like, if Spirit's able to get you where things are in alignment and they're in alignment, like, you got to act on it, because the amount of times that something tries to block this, and it feels like it elongates it. It elongates the process. Which is the reason why Spirit is like, when I give you something and it finally comes through and it lands, don't dismiss it. You have to act on it. Okay. Are you giving the guidance today? Because, again, the Star card is following, and here's the thing, you follow the North Star home. You follow the North Star home. The Star card is about following the guidance down the path. Okay, are you going to give us the clue now? Because this is like the window. Or is it going to land later? Is it going to land later? There may be something about this weekend or like within a short time frame from when you see this. I'm thinking, guys, hold on. On one hand, we don't want to put too much information. Like, it's like if something knows, you know, I don't know. There's just feels like it's not as frequent where where spirit can get both on the same page, both to act. And so like they're just like saying, hey, please, when you hear this, when you come across this, when you hear this, this may be the download. Like when you hear this, because when it's coming through your crown, it's like, you know what I mean? It's just, it's muddled. It's whatever. And they're like, so take this seriously. Oh. This reading may be the workaround where they're like, this is how I can get it to you because your own intuition, your own connection tends to get blocked with this. That was clunky. It was very clunky. Oh, there's some details. There may be a lot. Like, don't get caught up in the details of something. I think this is the opportunity. The Ace of Pentacles keeps showing up as the way to bring something into reality. And so you're going to have to ignore any of the competing, bothersome details that stop you from acting on something, right? Like this would be getting invited, right? Let's say you don't have the gas money. And spirits look like, hey, you've got 20 bucks in your tank. And you're like, well, then how am I supposed to get anything while I'm out? Or how am I supposed to? And they're like, don't get caught up on bothersome details. Well, what if I need to go somewhere on Monday? Now, I never want to put somebody in a bad situation. I'm calling you in protection right now. I got a wave of nausea. We're on to something. So you may have, just because Spirit aligns this, doesn't mean there won't be, okay, thank God I pushed past it. It's much better. That was like stomach and throat, like all trying to stop me. So my example, there's something to it. You may have, like the Five of Wands, multiple other things that seem to counteract what you're being guided to do, right? Little tiny, nothing major, nothing huge, but little things like nuisance details and stuff like that, right? And Spirit's like, if you could just get there. So if you're like, I got $50 to my name, I got away, I can't, you know, because I'll probably want to spend money and I'll probably want to do this. And it's like, go. Just go. You've got $50. It'll be okay. Now, if you feel a very strong hit of intuition, that's like absolutely not. Now, intuition, not fear-based thinking. Then follow it, because I never circumvent somebody's intuition. It means that this is probably not for you. Or maybe that's not the time when you should do it. But it's one of those things where it's like, you have the means, you have the capability, but like you're thinking little things and you're just like, well, maybe not. It talks you out of it, basically. And it really, like, here's the thing, you get paid on Monday, right? It's like, it would be a situation like that. Well, go ahead and use the $50. You get paid Monday anyways. But you know, your rational mind is like, no, it's not enough. And I need to make sure everything's okay. I can't deplete myself. Like, that's where you would know. It's that kind of scenario. Because I do feel like let go of any conflicting details, bothersome details that would stop you from doing this. Okay? Because on the other side is just, it opens everything up. The path opens itself up. Yeah. Having more fun, getting out, community, connecting with others. There's something, it allows you to create those connections. Between the World card and the Three of Cups, that's exactly what they're saying. Ignore the little tiny details that tell you, that would talk you out of it, or think, well, I'd have to take a shower and then I'd have to do this. And it's like, there's just something that that is, your perception stops you from following the instinct, and it causes you to kind of like diminish the guidance of like, I should go, you know, kind of thing. I'm really getting strongly, somebody is like, no, I don't feel. So somebody's confidence about the way they look absolutely plays a factor. Absolutely. They keep bringing it up. And I'm like, really? You know, you may feel like you don't have an outfit for it. You may feel like this comes at a time where you're like, oh my God, I'd have to take a shower, and you're like, it's too late. I don't really feel like doing that. Do it. Like, something about the way you present may feel like an impediment to accepting or going or doing something. And it's like, those are insignificant details. Insignificant details. Do it. Move forward. Go for it. Don't stop. Okay, anything else about, I do feel like this is going to come to you, and you're going to get that moment where you're like, oh, I probably should go. And then then come the bothersome details. Well, then I'd have to do this, this, and this. And it's like, quit. Let that shit go. Okay? This is what you've got coming in. There is something about whatever this is, this social aspect, connecting with others, enjoying certain things. So this would be like a pleasurable event, or a pleasurable, like, again, I was getting like a couple readings ago, like festivities, fall festivities, you know, all kinds of things, you know what I mean? And it's because this is about enjoying life's little luxuries, and just like, there's just this happiness with all, and we had the Six of Cups, which is like, you know, enjoying all the little things, the rose tinted glasses. It's like, there is a need to follow this. Again, we have the Hermit card again. You may be very used to doing things on your own. And in fact, for some of you, you may be called to do something not with a crowd, but going out and doing something, connecting, networking, and you're having to do it on your own. But you will receive this guidance, right? And it's like, it's the idea of, you don't see how this is so connected in the moment to it being the puzzle piece and coming across somebody's path or anything else like that. Because remember, with the Hermit, one step at a time, the Lantern can only show you so much. And you just have to trust in the moment that guidance that you're getting, and you have to act on it. You have to allow yourself to follow your intuition. So when it may be a pleasurable act. And you might think, you know, something bothersome details about it kind of talk you out of it. You need to do it. If you get an invitation somewhere, if you get the inkling to go somewhere and at the last minute you start talking yourself out of it, don't do that. If an event comes up, or a way to network or socialize or get out there or connect with others, or anything that pulls you out into the community, even if it's like online community, you know what I mean? Like there's this thing of like, don't let little kind of, well, I have to be in bed by 11, so maybe not. Those stupid details are insignificant. They don't fucking matter. You need to follow through with this, okay? Oh, shoot. A significant life event that leads to change. Significant life event that leads to change. These moments don't happen nearly as frequently as you think. Because there's so many times where legitimate obstacles are in your way. And I feel like that's what Spirit's saying is there's a lot of times where like you're sick, you're this, you're that, and like, or you have to work, or you have to like or you really have zero in the bank account, or like there's real obstacles. Don't find menial things, bothersome details, and act like it's an obstacle, because it's not. Okay? You have to act when you are prompted to. And let's see. I keep feeling like for somebody it's going to be as quick as this weekend. So please be alert to that. And don't let something hold you back. Bothersome details. All the little things that just, you know. You act like it's a burden, like it's some great big obstacle, and it's not. Spirit's trying to align you so that you can come across and be seen. The Moon card in Lenormand is always about recognition, acknowledgement, being seen. There's some kind of like clever little way that something's going to pan out. We got the fox here. Anything about, does this pan into this week, or is it, I may just be asking some stuff. Something will try to block you from getting out of your home, leaving your comfort zone. Again, I think that's what all these little details, and that's why they're giving me the idea of like the way somebody looks, the way, oh, I haven't taken a shower, oh, I haven't, like it's a discomfort. It's not a blockage, and it's a comfort zone, you know? I feel like it's just easier to be like, you know, than it is to put forth the effort to overcome some menial details, bothersome details. So this is kind of like getting up and moving beyond something, out of the harbor that you're usually at and going somewhere else. Any new details you want to share? I just heard cut that shit out. Any other details you want to... It's like making little tiny excuses. Like there's something very beneficial and lucky that can happen as a result. Ooh, there will be, ooh, the two energies, the two fucking energies. This is the key. There's a lucky opportunity to make movement towards. Because there's a masculine and feminine, and you see how they're facing opposite directions. There is something, a new beginning, a lucky opportunity to bring somebody across your path, period, point blank. And again, I don't care if it's love. I don't care if it's like some kind of soul contract. It's meant to happen, though. And you have to do this. And I feel as if somebody heard a message before from me. I'm telling you, this is not the first time that I've said this. And when you're like, okay, gung-ho, yes. And when the time came, you just, like, I don't feel like, I really do feel like it's something as, you gotta be kidding me, like that. And there's little menial things that was used as the excuse. Because something didn't feel, like there was just, again, I don't know, well, it takes too long to get there, or, oh, it's got this, or, oh, because of that, or, oh, I'm not really, I don't feel good, I'm bloated today, you know what I mean? It's like, what? So it's like, please don't do that shit. Please don't. Please do not. So, all right. And that they're showing me the card again, where like the putting this one really quick. Like sometimes those little like, that's too much. That's that thing, putting those ideas into your head. Like, oh no, maybe I won't. Those thoughts that come up that suddenly take you out of doing something that you feel drawn to or known that you should do, or feel like it's like that's that thing trying to interfere. Like it's really good at it. And again, for some of you, it's your own little thing, because whatever is about to happen is going to take you and whatever this creature is that you have created from your own negative energies and traumas and things like that, you're about to break free from it. And it doesn't, you know, and without you as its source, well, it may die. And so it's really not, it doesn't want to. Okay. So keep that in mind. I hope this message found who it's meant for. I hope you all have a fantastic and wonderful day, and I will see you guys later this week.